What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. I know the video was supposed to be up yesterday, but there was some issues and something happened with the video. But thanks for tuning in. First off, I want to thank everybody for their support. We're at 1,100 views plus on YouTube right now. If you haven't seen the trailer for the film Bout That Life, go check it out. Go to YouTube and just put in Bout That Life Movie, all one word, and it'll come right up. Now, I'm making this video to let people know exactly what the film is about. I don't want people coming in confused or thinking it's about one thing when it's about something completely different. The film, before I get into that, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank my co-director, videographer, light and sound guy, Christopher Thomas and Tyrell Gordon. I want to thank those guys. I want to thank the sound guy, Ant. Don't know his last name, but Ant, you know who you are. I want to thank the cast, every single member of the cast. I'll be here for days listing off all of the people of the cast because they really look me out a lot. Now, this is a story about, it's basically a family story. Now, I know the title says Bout That Life, and I'm going to break down what that actually means, but it's not a heavy drug dealing movie. It has drug dealing and street elements in it, but that's not what the movie is about. So if you come in and think, oh, we're going to see a whole bunch of this, that, nah. You're going to see, the best way to describe what you're going to see when you watch this film is how you can, like people who grow up in inner cities or know drug dealers or street people, and you know them outside of the streets. You know them on a personal level. You know how they really are and how they interact with friends, family, loved ones, and things like that. That's really what you're going to see. My character is Tyrese King. And that's what you're going to see from me. Like, you're going to see some on my street side, but 70% of the film is about the family. And basically what happened was 12 years prior to the present, I was 12 years old, brother was 9 years old, and our older sister was 18. Now, our father was a cop, mother was a lawyer, and, you know, we had a good upbringing up to this point. And our father was killed on duty, and 6 months after, our mother was killed by a drunk driver. And at the time our mother was killed, our sister had just turned 18, and you know, she was really, you know, just finding out about herself, about to go to school, and she wasn't really thinking about raising no brothers and all that other kind of stuff. She kind of left us. I mean, we had family taking care of us, but not really taking care of us. They made sure we had somewhere to stay, but not really checking up on us and things like that. So I basically raised my little brother, Tyreek. At this time, I wanted to get a little job to, you know, get us some clothes and certain things like that. But 12 years old, nobody really want to hire you. So somebody was selling weed, and, you know, things took off from there. And I told my little brother I was going to stop. And around the time that, told him I was going to stop, as soon as I get old enough, I'm going to get a job. And, you know, that just didn't happen. So fast forward 12 years to the present. Now, I'm not selling weed. My character's not selling weed anymore. He's selling other things, and he went further into the street life. But my little brother, Tyreek, is a phenomenal basketball player. He's in college, about to graduate, and a lot of overseas teams really, really want him to play for their team. I mean, not really people in the NBA not many NBA organizations want him to play, but overseas teams really want him to play. He's famous in his own right, like when he's in school and, you know, around those areas, and he has his own name, girls, and everything like that. But when he comes home, he sees basically my character. He sees me. He see Big Bro. He see the guy getting money. He see the guy with the girls and the cars and certain things like that. So he really aspires to be me or do what I did. Now, you know, a lot of people can say what they want, but in a lot of cases, this is real life. Like, I wrote this from a real place, and a lot of people may say, well, they had opportunities at 12 years old. He wanted to get a job, couldn't, had his only way to make money, and, you know, things happened from there. It was tragic, and it forced the 12-year-old boy to become a man very, very soon. And he made decisions that wasn't the best, but he did what he thought he had to do to make sure his brother had everything he had to have. So basically, at this point, at the time the brother is about to graduate, the little brother is about to graduate, the older brother wants to leave the street life alone and move and do other things, and, you know, still relatively young, and, you know, just like I said, just want to do other things. And his younger brother wants to go into that street life. He wants the money or the fame, so to say, that his brother has, the street credibility, the love, respect, whatever you want to call it. He wants that. He wants all that. He doesn't really see everything that comes along with it. All he sees is the surface, just like a lot of our young men out there today. All they see is the surface. They don't see the consequences. They don't see the jail. They don't see the shootouts. They don't see the fights. They don't see the turf wars. They don't see all that stuff that goes along with the street life. So basically, like I said, the film title Bout That Life is basically, you're going to hear it in the film. You're going to hear him, Tyrese, telling his brother, you're not about this life. Like, I did this life. I chose this life because I had no choice. It was nothing else. And you're doing it for no reason. Like, this life isn't for you. You have your own life. You have your own, you live in your own thing. Like, don't try to live through me. Do you. Basically, that's the gist of it. My character, like I said, you know who my character is. I'm a drug dealing guy and everything like that. And, you know, girls and money and things like that. My brother, like I broke down to you who he is. He's an athlete, very good athlete, very good basketball player, and he's he's in a really good college and things like that. And when I wrote this film, I wrote it with the intention on making a strong female character. The girl who plays my girlfriend, Wadia, her name is in the film Angie. So she's playing she plays a very, very strong character. She isn't a damsel in distress or a weakling. Like, you'll see Tyrese get angry at times, but Angie is like his anger. She gets angry for him. She does certain things and things like that. Not saying Tyrese is a punk, but, you know, he's just more calm and collected, and, you know, he moves when he has to. Angie is quick to grab a gun. She's quick to curse somebody out. She's quick to stand on her own too and be that ride or die girlfriend. You know, that's basically, I never really want to write a weak female character, no matter what. I mean, if the story calls for it, it calls for it. But in this case, Angie is a strong, very, very strong character. She's opinionated. She will tell you about yourself. I mean, the only person, the best way to describe her is like Eve used to say, pit bull in the skirt. That's her. She's, the only person she really, really backs down to is Tyrese. And that's sometimes, you know, they clash, like I said, UFC and everything like that. Our sister, Rashida, like, she left us, but, you know, now she's starting to see certain things and she wants to get back in her brother's lives and our good graces and things like that. So that's that. I mean, there's a lot of things that goes on in this, you know, Tyrese having problems with the cops, street problems, and, you know, things like that. I don't want to give too much away. I want you guys to check it out, but I just wanted to make this video to let you know what the film is about. I don't want anybody coming in and think it's going to be coke everywhere and drugs and all that other kind of things like that. A lot of this stuff is implied because I don't want to have too much of a negative feel out there, but I just want to give you guys a brief and in-depth feel of how people are, like, I probably said it already, but how musicians are on camera and on stage, and when they get off the stage and with their family and friends, how they really act. That's how, you know, these street guys are. So that's the gist of it. If you're interested in submitting some music, I'm still looking for some music. If you want to submit some music, you can email me at Bout That Life Movie. Bout That Life, not Bout That Life. BOUTTATHAT Life Movie. It's too much to spell, but oh, you should be watching this on the Bout That Life fan page on Facebook. So if you aren't watching it on that, if you're watching it on YouTube, go to Facebook and look up Bout That Life Movie and you'll find it. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your continued support. And I was about to end the video without saying this. November 14th, we're having a screening at the SoPac in South Orange. So the tickets will be on sale in about 3 weeks. And we're having 2 showings. We're having a 7 p.m. and a 9 p.m. And you need to get your tickets quick because pre-orders are already really kind of almost sold out. And if this sells out to the point where double the people want to see it but can't, we'll have another screening. But I'm just going to see how this goes. I'm going to see how, you know, everybody reacts to it. And, you know, if it's a high demand, then, you know, we'll have another screening. But the actual film will come out in about January, mid to late January. I just want to give you guys the best possible product. I don't want to just send something out there with sound issues and visual issues and things like that. This is my first feature film, so hope you bear with me. Hope y'all ride along with me, and I'll become your favorite actor, director, writer, or something like that. And sorry about the long video. I tend to talk and repeat myself sometimes, but thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you at the screening, hopefully.